Well, hey, Amanda here.
And Chris Lavelle.
And you are watching the Crush Method Show, and we are talking about how we made over six figures with the ugliest website imaginable.
The ugliest. Oh my gosh, it was so terrible.
It was a thing of...
I look at it now and cringe.
It was abhorrent. It was just disgusting.
Abhorrent? Is that the word? Was that a Canadian word that you just used there?
It was a word that I read a lot, but I guess I don't say out loud.
Abhorrent.
Abhorrent.
Yes,
abhorrent.
absolutely.
The point was it was ugly. And I was going to use other words that are more colorful to describe my website. Okay, here's the thing you need to understand. I am a chemical engineer, book reader, spreadsheet designing, automation, whiteboard writing, document writing type of girl. So,
and I lift heavy things and like funny shirts.
Yes.
So we're not website experts.
I would, I fantasize every now and again. I'm like, it would be kind of cool if I was one of those throw pillow kind of people, like I knew what would look good on.
Oh, like an interior designer kind of thing?
Like a bookshelf thing.
So we're talking about the aesthetics of design.
Or paint chips.
There we go.
If I knew how to use paint chips. Because, I think of paint chips and I think about, the chips that get left behind when you scrape a wall. And
that's different.
Or swatches.
Swatches. There you go.
I could get into swatches. I'm sure I'd like swatches very much, but it hasn't really been a big feature of my life. So with websites, I remember when I was launching my coaching business, everybody was just like, "Oh, you need to have a website. If you don't have a website, then you're really not building a real business, are you?"
Well, it's like the certification programs say, "Have you gotten your website done yet?" They push it too.
Oh,
often.
Yeah. No.
And you know what? Here's the surprise, or maybe not a surprise if you're watching this. Your website doesn't get clients.
Nope.
Not a one.
Not much.
You've had a website 4+ years now.
Yep.
We actually have tested and researched 0 clients have actually come from the website. It's been hit a lot. It's been viewed a lot. People have responded to it a lot. But nobody has said, I saw your website and I'm purchasing now because of the website.
No, I have had people...
You've had one?
No, here's what I have had. I have had people say, "I've come across your website, and now I'm trying to sell something to you or scam you."
Oh, so they're trying to sell to you.
Yeah, I've had people
because of the website.
Because of the website. So, okay, to be fair, the website is a good tool once you have actually formed a relationship of some kind in another way, and they're doing a little bit of background research on you. I've found that to be a good use for a life coach. Now, there are other types of business where a website does make a good amount of sense. And if you get to a certain size of business, I could also see the website making a good amount of sense.
So maybe if you're doing $200,000 or $300,000 a month, well, that might then mean, you need a website strategy to drive you up more volume in that case.
Right. So the relevance of the website becomes much more. And I would say that the website and your personal brand strategy are connected. And if you want to have longevity, probably starting the website earlier on in your strategy is a good idea in general. But if we are talking about making sales,
the thing that keeps your business going,
generating revenue, finding a client or two, generating a couple 6 figures a year, then the website doesn't have to play that big of a role.
Absolutely.
In fact,
yeah, there you go.
In fact, my first copy coach. So I hired a very prominent copy coach to teach me everything about how to be effective with online marketing. So we invested
a sizable chunk of change,
couple quarters in learning how to be effective with online marketing, and I'm very glad and grateful that I did. But funny story, she started this partnership business with her partner, and she was the marketing expert and she partnered with the sales expert, and they just rolled up their sleeves and got to work. Now these two were serial entrepreneurs, so they knew how to be in business. They just got do it to it. They just jumped right in. They rocketed to $1 million.
$1 million they made in this coaching business.
10 months. It was ridiculous. They were doing so well. And my marketing expert coach kind of turns to me one day and she goes, yeah, so I was supposed to do the website and
I forgot.
I kind of put it off and procrastinated and sort of forgot about it. And then it became a point of principle.
Point of pride.
Right? That you don't need the website to be very, very, very successful. And I was like, dang. And that really stuck with me.
Absolutely. It was a great example. Here it was, a copy coach expert in using language and messaging to help coaches sell better. And she had made $1 million without even having a website up.
Yeah.
It just goes to show you, you don't need the website to be successful. To Amanda's point earlier, it's great to reinforce that you're a real credible business. That's fine. But you don't need to spend weeks, months, years getting it perfect before you get into action.
I think the website is a surrogate task filler item for most of us.
It's where people go to be perfect
Yeah.
and not really be successful.
It is one of those things that you can hide behind for a really indefinite amount of time. And I know I definitely did. I remember I built my website. First, I built my website in like Wix, and I really didn't like it. And then I was
A lot
like,
of people start there.
yeah, a lot of people start there because it's cheap and cheerful. And then I built it in Square, and I was like, oh, I really like the templates, but I really didn't like the I didn't really like how inflexible it was. So I was like, oh, okay, well now I'm gonna go build my website in WordPress. We're on website number 3, you guys. And the thing is I was on I'm a chemical engineer by background, and I don't know how to pick colors and fonts. Like, I don't know what I'm doing.
It's not your forte.
Oh my gosh. Like, wow. I was like,
and I have a giant red beard. It's not like I have a lot of design sense.
No, seriously though, like, let's talk about it. Like, I might as well have been wearing a blindfold the whole time. Like, seriously, it was not a beautiful website, and no theme could have saved me. Like, it was actually really remarkable because with WordPress, you can buy these themes and like they have these like examples of what looks good, right? It didn't save me. Like it didn't save me. It's like I would buy these themes. I'm like, oh my God, that looks so good. And I would install the theme and I would still make it ugly.
It would not look that good.
I still found a way to make it ugly. And I was like, I don't know how I'm doing this, but I'm managing to make it ugly. And so I iterated through multiple themes on WordPress even. Yep. So now we're on iteration, 7, 8, 9. And
yes, really.
No clients coming through it. And then it wasn't until I got educated on, oh, wait, marketing isn't tasks that you do and now your marketing is done.
Nope.
Marketing is a strategic discipline.
So it's not once you get your website done, you've now marketed successfully. You're now done with marketing. No. It's a process.
Yes.
And it's actually really a process of conversation. And a website is not a conversation. No. It can be a useful step in reinforcing, are you a credible business? But it's not the conversation.
Yeah. And you know what's so funny is I was a consultant for years and I was helping companies implement technology. And I remember as a consultant, I was always frustrated that clients would take the technology and I would be like, yeah, but what do you want the technology to do for you? And I was always like practically begging clients to be like, stop letting the technology lead you around by the nose and like take a step back and what are you trying to do? And yet when it came to my own business, it was basically like, what can the theme do for me? And I would let the theme tell me what I was going to do with my business. And
well, is this you, Coach? Maybe? I mean, maybe you or people around you in the coaching world have been talking about, oh, I'm still working on my website. It's not live yet because it's not quite ready. And here it is a year later or 2 years later, and it's still not ready.
Right. It's a trap.
There you go. Star Wars reference.
Star Wars reference. We actually did a whole training not just like beating up on websites, but talking about what you can do instead and how you can move past this to create conversations that will convert into consults and conversations to create coaching clients consistently in your business. And we just did it in the Coaches Plaza, our free Facebook group that we would just love to have you come and join.
Join us.
So why don't you do that? Come to www.thecoachesplaza.com. You can come and join us for free, and we would just love to see you there. You can come check out this training. We've got it in the guides area, so you can watch it as a replay, and you can come join us for future trainings as well. with that, we're going to go and not work on the website.
Not work on the website.
And we're going to go work on some other things. Hope you have an amazing day. See you soon.
All best, coaches.
Bye.